Coming to you live from the Rocket Health Studios here in sunny Southwest Florida. Welcome to another edition of the Tyler McClosky Show, where we talk to you about all the facts, not feelings, in regards to your health insurance. And this is the week that you've all been waiting for, dreading, happy to see. I'm not really sure when it comes to your health insurance on what you're wanting to see and looking to expect to see come November 1st. A couple days away, but they've already started releasing the prices of what Obamacare or ACA plans are going to look like this year. So today specifically, I am going to go into the actual examples of the astronomical numbers that you all have been dreading to see what does the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, what does it look like for 2023? And I'm going to go pretty deep into talking about what agents are trying to do right now. And I might make some people unhappy going on this side of it, but you guys all need to understand about the facts about health insurance, not how you may feel about it, what your friend might have, what your neighbor might have, and what their situation is, because every single situation is different when it comes to health insurance, pricing, and premiums. So please listen very closely today. If you're on that cusp of deciding what you need to do for open enrollment, it's only a couple days away. Do you need to wait for open enrollment? Do you need to wait for December or January for an effective date? And how does that work with you and your family? So we're going to talk about all of that today. So please stay tuned and listen closely. The phone number to reach the show, as it is every single week, 239-633-3140. Again, 239-633-3140. Or you can visit my website online at www.tylermcclosky.com. Again, www.tylermcclosky.com. We're here every single Saturday at 11 a.m. on 92.5 Fox News. I appreciate them for letting me host this show for the past, it's almost 2 years. Coming up on January will be 2-year anniversary of this show. And so many people here in Southwest Florida have been able to get the help from myself, my team, anybody that's able to get you the right answers about health insurance for you and your family. Now, let's talk open enrollment. And I'm going to kind of design this and talk right into the camera as well, too, for anybody that's watching on our YouTube channels, on Facebook, any of the ways you can stream us, Spotify, Apple iTunes. We really need to see the differences of healthcare.gov and what the private health insurance market has to offer. And I say that because right now a lot of agents are capitalizing, which is fine, on the expanded subsidies that was passed through by government. So what does that mean to you? And is that something that you're eligible for or not? I cannot express to you enough how many times people have called me directly from this show in our local community here in Southwest Florida that have been absolutely screwed over from their tax subsidies that they thought they were eligible for, only to come find out that when they did their taxes in April or May of the following year, that they were never really fully eligible for that subsidy that they put in for online, or maybe they weren't even eligible for it at all. And I understand right now, this time of year, over the next 6 to 8 weeks, it's very, very advantageous for, hey, if the government is allowing you to get a subsidy and you're actually truly eligible for it, I'm not saying don't go that route. But the purpose in what the Affordable Care Act was designed to help people with pre-existing conditions. And all that's been done, especially in the past 12 to 18 months with the expanded subsidies, is give people now with middle class incomes more opportunities to get advanced tax credits. However, the premiums of the health insurance has significantly risen again. So when you see that the price is just going up and then your subsidy is going up, first off, where's the money coming from? That's a whole nother topic that I do not want to get into today. But when you look at what the pricing is on the Affordable Care Act versus what the pricing is on the private health insurance market, it shows you what true health insurance costs are. Now, again, it depends on all the services that you need. So when you're looking for a health insurance plan, how many times do you go to the doctor? How many times do you go to the hospital? Do you need prescription coverage? Do you need all these things that drive the premium up? Now, sometimes you do need it. Sometimes it is designed specifically for those individuals. But you can't make a blanket statement and say everybody is pigeonholed into this because it's open enrollment and the pricing just doesn't match the services you're actually getting. Now, how many of you that are listening to the show right now or watching us online, how many of you actually did get an Affordable Care Act plan over the last couple of years? And not only was the price very expensive, let's say the plan didn't work the way you wanted it to. Meaning, did you try to go to the doctor and they told you that you're not in network, or there's a wait, or they don't take it anymore, or you need a referral to see a specialist? These are all things that come around when you're going with an Affordable Care Act plan. Now, I'll say it. This will be the last time that I say it. For the people that legitimately qualify and actually are in need of the services from pre-existing conditions. Let's say you do have cancer in the last 5 years, you've had a heart attack, you have ongoing treatments. Those plans work during open enrollment. You're eligible to purchase them, and you start them on January 1st. We do that as well, too. We are very ethical on the where we put clients. But when you're weighing out the true difference in options of health insurance, what are we really talking about in the pricing? And even if you do qualify for that subsidy, do you want to go through the process of proving income, submitting forms, and having the risk of your income being higher or lower and maybe qualifying or not qualifying for that subsidy? Now, maybe a lot of people don't want to talk about that, but it's the absolute facts of this time right now during this part of the year. So we're going to take a quick short break. When we come back, I am going to give you all the examples of what the pricing is for this year, for 2023. I want you to hear and listen and take in what the true price of the insurance is. I'm going to give you options. I'm going to give you directions on if you do have a subsidy, what it costs, and then comparing that to what we usually try to do, 90% of our business is on the private health insurance market. All of you that call in from the show, you're calling because you don't want to deal with the government-sponsored health insurance plans anymore. And that's exactly what we do. 239-633-3140. Again, 239-633-3140. Everybody stay tuned. You're listening to the Tyler McClosky Show. Welcome, everybody, back to the Tyler McClosky Show, where we talk to you about all the facts, not feelings, in regards to your health insurance. Coming to you and sponsored by the Rocket Health Studios here in Southwest Florida. I appreciate all the support every single week. And during the break, I was populating up the pricing on what everything's going to look like here for 2023. And I want everybody to pay very, very close attention. And I hope you're sitting down when you hear what this sounds like. We're going to go over every single scenario for somebody that's getting a health insurance plan on the ACA, what the full price of the insurance is, because that's the full price, what it would be if they get a subsidy, and then what that would be compared to on the private health insurance market. So I'm not going to force you to call in to have to hear these pricing. I'm going to give it to you all right now today. I'm going to go through a couple examples, so please listen closely. If you do have questions and you do need the quote, please write down the phone number again after you listen to this, and we'll go through every bit of your scenarios and situations. 239-633-3140. Again, 239-633-3140. Okay. Get ready to be shocked, some of you. If we are looking at somebody in Lee or Collier County, and I'm going to use the young family example as I usually do every single year when this comes about. We're going to talk about the young family. We're going to talk about maybe that family, that couple, or that single person that needs to bridge to Medicare. You're at 60 years old, getting ready to get to Medicare, but you have a couple year gap. What do you do? That's exactly what we're going to go over. We're going to start with this family plan. Now remember, everything I'm telling you, we offer. We sell, we enroll, we help, we guide. All of it. But I'm going to show you the difference. If you have two 40-year-olds, husband and wife, 40 years old apiece, two kids, both 10 years old. That's the first example we're looking at. And you're needing to get health insurance for the first time. Let's say maybe your job coverage is too much. Maybe for the one employee, the husband, maybe it's good price, but to add the spouse and the kids on, that changes their health insurance to $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, whatever it might be. And you're needing to get health insurance this year. So you look and you hear the ads on healthcare.gov. It's open enrollment time. Let's go at it and take a look. Well, if you go to healthcare.gov, see plans, and you type this information in, you're going to see the exact same thing that I see here as an agent. Nothing's different. 40-year-old husband and wife, two children around 10 years old. The cheapest plan on the market, full price, remember, the whole price of the insurance. The cheapest plan is $1,314 a month. $1,314 a month. That's the price of the health insurance. That's the cheapest plan. This year, the good thing is there's competition. There's a lot more carriers in the area. There's a lot more plans that are available. So you can choose many, many things from there. If you look at the plan star ratings, it'll tell you right there next to it, 2 out of 5 stars. Why is it 2 out of 5 stars? Well, maybe because the price is $1,300 for a family of 4, for a young family of 4, and the deductible is $18,000 a year. No doctor coverage before that. You might get a preventative checkup, but no doctor's coverage is $18,000 deductible. Now let me add a filter in here, and let's just say we want to get to a middle of the road plan. We're not even going to go for a platinum. Let's say we want a silver or a gold plan because we want to get a little bit better coverage. Maybe we want this plan here that's got a $2,000 deductible with a $17,000 out of pocket. The price of the health insurance starting January 1st, 2023, $2,529.80. $2,529 a month for two people in their 40s and two children. That is the price of the plan. I'm not making this up. I'm not lying to you. Go check it yourself. Please, healthcare.gov. Don't put your information on. Just type in generic information. Healthcare.gov, put in those ages, look at the price of the plan. Now, Tyler, don't you know the government and the Biden administration has pushed through advanced subsidies, more tax credits. People can now qualify for a reduced subsidy and reduced premium. Sure. Let's take this family of 4 and let's just say as a combined household income, let's say they make $120,000 a year. I'll adjust it twice, but let's just say they make $120,000 a year as combined. Number one, the price of the plan, I've already told you, the cheapest plan being $1,300, the middle of the road plan being $2,500. If they, in fact, do make $120,000 a year, it gives them an $834 a month tax credit, a subsidy. So that $834 a month gets applied to that premium of almost $1,400. So that still means that that family still has to pay just under $500 a month, but they are still responsible for that subsidy. And what I mean by responsible for is if that number changes, if they actually made more money, possibly, that can be in many ways, maybe more income, maybe a bonus, maybe they took out something from an IRA, anything that's that taxable income, they now could be forced to pay back their $834 a month subsidy, times that by 12, on their taxes for the next year. Oh, and again, remember what I'm telling you about what they make. They're saying, what do you think? And it says it right here in the application. What do you think you will make in 2023? How are you supposed to know what you're going to make for the entire next year no matter what? Unless you are locked and loaded in a certain job. Now, if you are in the medical field even here and you're a nurse or, an R, anything like that, you don't know what you're always going to make depending on your shifts, depending on PTO, all of that. So again, look at the consideration when you say, do I need a subsidy or not? Well, clearly, yeah, you're not going to be able to, who can afford $1,400 a month with an $18,000 deductible? Now we look at the private market and we say that same family, two 40-year-olds, two 10-year-olds, they're healthy. They don't even have to be in perfect health shape. Just they are healthy. They don't have, in the last 5 years, cancer, heart attack, stroke, diabetes, any major ailing illnesses. And now they look at the private market with United Healthcare, Allstate Health Solutions, Pivot Health, Cigna, Aetna. They're all here in Southwest Florida, Lee County, Collier County, Charlotte County. And you look at the tri-term plans, the 3-year short-term medical plans, the major medical side of it, not indemnity, not sacrificing out on benefits. And getting a plan for that family of 4 and getting a $5,000 deductible is $680 a month. $680 a month. If they want to raise that to a $10,000 deductible, which again, it's less than what we just talked about. If you do want to raise that to a $10,000 deductible, strip that down a little bit, that family of 4 is paying around $550 a month. It's insane to me that more agents, more people, more companies aren't talking about this to help you, to get you what you actually need. Phone number is 239-633-3140. Again, 239-633-3140. Now, some people might call in and say, Tyler, nobody here with a family of 4 makes $120,000 a year. Well, I beg to differ, number one, but let's just say that. Let's just say we bring this down and that couple makes $80,000 a year. If that couple makes $80,000 a year, now their premium's going to drastically reduced. They're going to get around a $1,300 a month subsidy, which means maybe they can apply for a plan to only be $25 a month. You still have an $18,000 deductible, and that's just, again, on the cheapest plan. If you go back towards some of the higher plans, they are still the price of the insurance, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000 a month. You apply that tax credit, that subsidy, it's going to bring that price down. But you still have your out-of-pocket costs that you have to meet. Some of them have doctor visits, some of them do not. And a lot of them are all HMOs, which means you need a referral to see a specialist. You have to stay very much within inside their network, and you have to do what they tell you to do and where you go and how you go and do your health insurance. So for that healthy family that says, I need a better option than what my group is covering me for, or I'm self-employed and I have to provide my own benefits, why in the world would you ever go to an Affordable Care Act plan unless you have pre-existing conditions? It really, really bothers me that more agents are not looking at the whole picture. Instead of they just say, yep, what do you make? What is your income? Let's type it in, enroll you into a plan, on to the next customer. Because we need to sell 10 customers a day in order to get the right number of enrollments that we have to have for our company. And that's the truth of the matter. Do what's right for you and your family. Do exactly what's right for you and your family. Now, coming up next, I'm going to take one quick, short more break. I'm going to go over what it's like for that person that is 60 years old, 62 years old, 63 years old, that needs to bridge to Medicare. And they only have a couple years left, and they need to decide what to do with their health insurance. Are they on an Affordable Care Act plan now? Do they need to switch? And Tyler, what's the bridge to Medicare that you talk about every single week? It is so important right now that we take care of the people that are getting ready to bridge to Medicare on the health insurance that they're going to get. Phone number again, 239-633-3140. You guys are listening to the Tyler McClosky Show. We'll be right back. Welcome, everybody, back to the Tyler McClosky Show, coming to you live from the Rocket Health Studios here in Southwest Florida. And this next part of this segment is for all of my listeners down there in Marco Island, Naples, Collier County, because you guys are the ones that are drastically affected by this next part of the health insurance premiums. And a lot of you already know this. You've called me. You've told me many times. Why you get to live your good lifestyle is because you don't qualify for a subsidy, which is good. You've worked your entire life. You've paid your dues. You've built businesses. You've made money. So you're not eligible for a subsidy. We all know that. And why should you be? You do what you need to do. But should that affect your health insurance? Your health insurance, once again, should be based upon your good health and not what you make. You see, that's the biggest thing, and that's the biggest distraction from all of this stuff with the Affordable Care Act, is your health insurance got brought down to how much income do you make? And that doesn't make sense. It's based upon your good health. Did you take care of yourself? And how much benefits do you need within that plan? So we're going to take a quick look at what the pricing is for this year, and everybody better hang on tight. Let's just quickly do the numbers. If you are 62 years old, husband and wife, you were on a group plan before, maybe you had COBRA as an option or COBRA's expired, what do you do from now until Medicare? I can promise you, hopefully you know, you do not want to go to any sort of fixed indemnity policies. You do not want to get something that's not major medical. Period. End of story. You need catastrophic coverage in the event that you do get diagnosed with cancer, in the event that you do have a heart attack, in the event that you do have a hospital stay. You don't want to go with a life plan that only pays upfront benefits that has a zero deductible because it's not major medical, and you know that. So when you say you're 62 years old and you need major medical, and you look at healthcare.gov this year for somebody that needs a plan starting January 1st, the cheapest plan on the market today comes in at a whopping $1,900 a month. The cheapest plan. That has an $18,000 deductible. So sure, yes, you do get the catastrophic coverage with an $18,000 deductible. No ancillary coverage, no additional accident coverage, nothing to gap that deductible for you. Well, Tyler, I want a health insurance I'm used to. I want a $5,000 deductible or lower. I want some doctor visits. I want the right things. I deserve it. I paid for it my whole life. You are absolutely right. So let's change that on healthcare.gov and say, I just need to get a health insurance plan, and I need a plan with a, let's take a look, $2,000 deductible. I'm literally looking at this right now, guys. A $2,000 deductible with Florida Blue with an $8,000 max out of pocket is $5,576.21. That's the price. And if you think you're getting a subsidy, put in your income and see what you qualify for or not for a plan that is 3 out of 5 stars. So the fact that agents are just putting people into ACA constantly over and over again because they think that there's no other option, you are doing the client a disservice. And I hope that everybody that's listening to this show right now, the reason why I'm talking like that is I have a lot of friends in this business, a lot of other companies that during this time of year, they block out the other side of it and they just enroll people into healthcare.gov plans. But you know, my Collier County, Marco Island, Naples listeners, you know that you're not going for a subsidy, nor if you got one, you don't want one because you don't want it on your taxes. You don't want to have to deal with that later. So for you to get a health insurance plan at 62 years old, and you wanted to retire early, or you sold your business, but you need major medical from now until 65, we've got you. Because on that private market with any of those 3 carriers that I just announced to you, United Healthcare, Allstate Health Solutions, and Pivot Health, we will get you a major medical health insurance plan that will bridge you from now until Medicare with a $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 deductible, whichever you choose. The deductible is always covered in the event of an accident or an injury for $1,200 a month. $1,200 a month for both. Now, for some of you, that might be a little high. We can change the plans around, and that's for a lower deductible. If you need a $5,000 or a $7,000 or a $10,000 deductible, you can get that health insurance plan for under $1,000 a month. In comparison to what I just told you of $3,000 to $5,000 on healthcare.gov for the same well-rounded catastrophic coverage. And this is why this show has been doing so well for everybody in the community. We're not sacrificing benefits just to lower your health insurance. You are getting major medical coverage. So if you are in that position today, as you're getting into open enrollment, you're hearing friends and family, and you hear the ads, and you're going to get the insurance agents calling you like crazy and texting you and trying to reach out, just remember, you listen to me on this show on 92.5 Fox News every Saturday at 11 a.m., and you get to call in and discuss this with me without getting hounded down. And we're going to tell you what's available, what you qualify for, and what's right. 239-633-3140. 239-633-3140. One more time, 239-633-3140. Guys, it's open enrollment coming right now. Review what you have. If you have questions, anything in regards to health insurance or Medicare, please, I would be so honored if you call me this weekend so myself or my team can help you get the right health insurance plan. You do not have to be subject to the rates that you see online. Stop dealing with it. Anything health insurance, anything Medicare, I promise you, we will get you taken care of. 239-633-3140. You guys have been listening to the Tyler McClosky Show. I will see you next week. Have a great weekend.